Okay, guys, so yesterday I went out to a couple of stores in search of this particular wave of the vintage figures. I saw a couple of people find these in the wild. I believe it was in Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought I would take my chances, run to a couple of my local Targets and Walmarts to see if I can find this particular wave. Well, after traveling to about 3 or 4 stores, I was able to find the wave at one Target here in Southern California. I was able to pick up actually 2 of the Mandalorian, 2 of the Remnant Stormtroopers, and then 2 of the Clone Troopers as well. So as you can see, guys, I have the figures there, but today we're going to focus solely on the Mandalorian figures. So getting you guys a look at Cara Dune, the Mandalorian, and the Remnant Stormtrooper, guys. And we're going to get a closer look at each one of these guys, but of course we do need to take a look at the packaging. So let's go ahead and get started here, guys. So first, with Cara Dune, as you can see there, we have the figure in the bubble. We also have a photograph of Cara Dune pictured on the card back. We have Star Wars Mandalorian in the banner with the Star Wars banner, Kenner logo in the bottom right-hand corner. Very, very cool. Warning label at the top, and then 4 and up on the other side there, guys. And then for our Mandalorian figure, again, we have the figure in the bubble with the weapons and everything displayed. Very cool. We also have a photograph of the Mandalorian, actually the first image that we ever saw of the Mandalorian pictured on the card back. And then we have Mandalorian across the banner with the Star Wars logo banner going around the rim, and then again the warning label at the top. And then for our Remnant Stormtrooper, we have the Stormtrooper pictured on the card back in the Remnant style, and then we also have Remnant Stormtrooper and then Mandalorian in the banner, Star Wars logo, Kenner logo in the right hand corner. Very cool stuff for your vintage carded figures, guys. And then getting you guys a look at the back of the cards, guys, and we're going to zoom in here so we can get a very close look at the back of the card. So getting you a look at the back of the cards, guys, we have the same information for all 3 of our figures here, guys, for the exception of the numbering. So your Cara Dune is going to be your 164 in the vintage collection line. Mandalorian is 166 in the vintage collection line. And then last but not least, your Remnant Stormtrooper is going to be your 165 in the vintage carded line. So really, really cool stuff there, guys. Very cool. And then of course you see we have images of the wave, as you can see there at the top. And then we have figures from the previous wave of figures in the vintage collection line there, guys. So really cool stuff and very nice packaging. So let's go ahead, pop these babies out and get a look at the articulation and detail on these figures. And then we're gonna have us a little diorama as well, guys. So stay tuned for the diorama right after. All right, you guys. So we have our figures out of the box. And very cool, very nice detail on each one of these figures, especially on the Remnant Stormtrooper, but we're gonna get a closer look at all 3 of these figures, guys. So let's start with Cara Dune. Let's go ahead and get you guys a closer look. All right, you guys, so getting you a closer look at Cara Dune in the vintage collection. Very, very nice looking figure there, guys. Lots of detail, very, very close to her 6-inch Black Series counterpart, for the exception of a couple of details that we will quickly cover in just a moment, but getting you a 360 view of the figure. Really cool, very nice detail. As you can see, she has her tattoo there underneath her eye, tattoo on the shoulder. Very good likeness to the actress. Really cool. And then you can see she has her weapon, her heavy weapon there. And then she also comes with her side pistol as well that fits in the holster very nicely, as you guys can see there. Very cool. Now, the 6-inch did come with an additional accessory, which was her knife. And as you can see, she does have a knife there in her boot. However, the knife is not removable. It's a part of the mode of the boot. So it is there for show, but not for an additional accessory, which is unfortunate. But everything else, very cool, very nicely detailed, guys. Very cool looking figure. All right, so getting you a look at the articulation for our Cara Dune Vintage Collection figure. She's gonna go straight out for you like so. Elbow bend like so. She gives you the 360 all the way around. So you have your 360 right there all the way around. So she's gonna go off to the side like so. Very cool. There is a twist at the elbow. And then there's also a twist in the wrist as well. There's a twist in the wrist as well, so very cool. There is also a hinge in the wrist there, as you guys can see. So it allows you to move the wrist up and down. So you also have the hinge there as well as the twist in the wrist as well, guys. So she's gonna kick out for you about that far straight out. She's gonna give you a knee bend that's about that high. She's gonna go back about that far to the side, not too far. Not a lot there. In the ankle area, she's gonna go down that far. Very cool. Up about that far. There is a twist in the ankle as well. And then there is a twist at the hip and also at the thigh there as well, guys. In the torso area, there's an absolutely very cool range with the ball joint there. So she's gonna go all the way around for you. She's gonna give you an ab crunch that goes down about that far, back about that far. So that's really cool stuff there. A nice left to right twist as well. In the head area, she's gonna give you a very cool right to left. The hair kind of gets in the way, but you just kind of force it over. But she does give you a very cool left to right. She's gonna look down about that far, so there is very good movement looking down, even though the hair does hamper it a little bit. And then she's gonna look up about that far, so really good articulation there in the head area. She even has the little head nod for you as well. So really cool articulation with your Cara Dune Vintage Collection figure, guys. Very cool figure. So next up is our Mandalorian Vintage Collection figure, 3 1/4 size, guys. So really awesome looking figure, guys. Very good detail per usual for your vintage collection. You have the molded cape, which goes right along with your 6-inch Black Series figure that also came with the molded cape. You also have the attachment or the little peg on your rifle that attaches to his bandolier in the back. So you have that as well. And he also comes with his side pistol as an additional accessory. So really cool, very nice detail, as you can see on the armor, weathered his original armor before he gets his Beskar armor. So there's very nice detail. You have the additional ammunition there, the belt, weathering on the helmet as well is real nice, guys. So you're getting a really good likeness to the original look of the Mandalorian from that first episode. So really nice stuff. Your articulation for your Mandalorian figure. So he's gonna go straight out for you like so. It's gonna give you an elbow bend that's about that far. So that's really cool, nice elbow bend. He does have the 360 rotation for you in the arm area. So that's really nice. Articulation there. You have a twist in the wrists right there. So there's a twist in the wrist. Then there's also a twist in the elbow. So you have a twist in the elbow as well. Your Mandalorian figure is gonna go off to the side like so, really good. In the leg area, your Mandalorian figure is gonna kick out really well, very nicely. Elbow bend like so. It's gonna go back about that far. Gonna kick out about that far for you. So it's a nice little kick out there. In the ankle area, he's gonna go down about that far, up about that far in the ankle area. You have a twist in the ankle, and then you have a twist at the thigh as well as in the hip area as well. So that's really good. Torso, again, you have a very nice range of movement in the torso. So he's gonna go down about that far, back about that far, and then you have a good twist left to right in the torso area. In the head area, he's gonna look down about that far, back about that far. You have a good right to left, and then you also get a little bit of the head nod as well in the articulation in the head area. So really cool and very nice articulation with your Mandalorian figure. Very awesome looking figure, guys, for your vintage collection figure. And then last, but obviously never to be least, is your Remnant Stormtrooper here. Really nice weathering on this guy. Very awesome. I believe this is the first action figure of the Remnant Stormtrooper. We have not received this particular figure in the 6-inch line. However, over the years, we've had plenty of battle-scarred Stormtroopers, and this one would kind of be the same, except for instead of battle scarring, you just see his armor is very much unkept, unpolished. I think under normal circumstances, if the Empire was still fully functioning, this trooper would go to have his armor cleaned up and detailed on a regular basis. Obviously, that is no longer the case since the Empire is fractured, and there's just remnants of the Empire. So really good detail on this figure. They even give you a little of the yellowing of the armor. So all these years of us trying to remove the yellow from the vintage, the true vintage collection figures, well, here they're giving it to you as weathering. So really cool stuff there. You have the cool little spots and stuff, just little bits of just wear and tear on the armor there. Really nice stuff, even on the foot and the shoes, guys. Really nice stuff. So your articulation on your Remnant Stormtrooper is going to give you a straight out arm like so. You get an elbow bend that goes back about that far. You do have your 360 action in the elbow that allows it to go all the way around if you needed to do so. Your twist is in the wrist there, guys. So you have a twist in the wrist, which is really cool. You also have a twist at the elbow, so there is a twist at the elbow as well. So your Remnant Trooper is going to go off to the side like so, but there is a little bit of hampering of the articulation right there with the shoulder pad, but still gives you a decent off to the side there. Really cool. In the leg area, your Remnant Trooper is going to go straight out for you like so. It's going to give you a knee bend like so. Goes back about that far for you, so that's really cool. It's going to kick out. The kick out to the side isn't all that great because of some of the parts of the belt, so you're not going to get them to kick off to the side all too well. In the ankle area, it's going to go down like so, up like so. Your twist is at the knee. There's also a twist at the thigh, so that's really cool. In the torso, you have a really nice range in the torso. It's going to go that far down for you in the torso, back about that far in the torso, and then of course you have an excellent right to left twist in your torso, so really nice stuff there. So in the head area, he's going to go down about that far, looks up about that far, can't really look up to the sky, so down, up. In the head area, there is a very good right to left, so you're all good there. And then of course you also have a little bit of twist in the head nod right there, so very, very good. Very nice articulation with your vintage collection Remnant Stormtrooper from the Mandalorian series, guys. So really, really nice stuff. there they are, guys. Your Cara Dune, Mandalorian, and Remnant Stormtrooper in the vintage collection line, guys. Very cool figures, very awesome. Now comes the part where you tell me what your thoughts are. Have you been able to find these particular figures in the wild? I was lucky enough to find one store after traveling to 6 different stores to find this particular wave, guys. So let me know if you've been able to find these particular figures in your area, and are these figures that you are looking to pick up, guys? And what are your thoughts on the detail of the figures, guys? Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost. May the Force be with you always.